Okay, y'all, now today we need to look for a good book to read. Um, some of us, this is a really easy thing to do, and some of us, not so easy. And so we're going to take a little bit of time today in today's activity to dig through our library and some other sources for finding good books. The PHS library is actually one of the best school libraries that I've ever seen because Mrs. Safrick is really into finding the good books. She loves to read. She reads young adult literature, and she always tries bringing in, she takes recommendations. So if you have a book you'd like her to bring into the library, she'll often do it. You just need to request it. And consequently, we have a really great library, but not everybody knows. And so this activity is all about digging into our library and seeing what you can find. And so when you open up your Google Classroom assignment, you will have this page here, this Google Doc handout. And the first thing you'll do is click on the library search page. And when you click on that link, it will bring you to this beautiful page, okay? And you'll see this home screen. And so the next thing you need to do is you check out the recently added books. And there's a few there. There's some good ones. We got Alex Rider. I like Alex Rider. Dead Girls Don't Lie. Huh. Interesting, maybe. Ooh, I kind of want to know what Falling Over Sideways is. So click on a couple of these books and see if they look any good. This is harassed at her middle school, not taken seriously at home, and with a perfect older brother, Matthew, to live up to. 13-year-old Claire has always felt like her life was cursed. And then one morning, while she and her beloved father are talking at breakfast, her suddenly falls over with a stroke, and suddenly everything changes. Maybe. That one sounds a little intense, but I think I might be interested in that. And so what I do is I write down Falling Over Sideways. Ooh, I forgot the author. Oh, dismiss. Let's try again. Oh, now it doesn't want to let me into it. Fine. Okay, well, I will try another one, and I can come back to that one. Behind the wheel. For some reason, it is giving me a hard time. So I am going to reload it, make sure it's not having problems. Okay, back to Falling Over Sideways, and it should let me in. Yeah, if all else fails, refresh. All right, and so it's called Jordan Sonnerblick, and I don't even really have to type this. I can just copy it and paste it right into my thing that I'm interested in. Paste that. And I think what I'm going to do, just to make more space, is back that up. And then I am going to make a bullet so that it stays more organized. And so when I get to the next one, I just do that. And I saw another one that I was interested in here. Behind the Wheel. This sounds really cool. It's 36 poems about driving. Okay, I love poetry. Driving interests me, so I think I'm going to do that one too. Copy that. And then put that in there. Now you notice it doesn't have to be perfect. Back that up a little so I have the author. Okay. And so you'll do that for a little bit. There's not a lot of books in there. Then you go down to the next task, which is scroll down to the topics squares. And you're going to click on a few topics that seem like they might be interesting. And so I'll X out of that. And I'll scroll down, and what do you know? There's some topic squares. We have graphic novels, sports fiction. Ooh, I love dystopian. Dystopian is like that perfect world that goes horribly wrong. I think I'm going to click on dystopian. But pick something that's interesting to you. Oh, 4, a Divergent collection, already read it. Light at the Bottom of the World, Mockingjay, read it. 1984, it's a classic, but I've already read it. Ooh, what's this? Ashen Quill? I think I recognize the cover. Hoarding all the knowledge. Oh, they tricked me, because this is like the same font as an author I like, but it's not the same thing, and I think it's in a series. Let's see. To survive, they'll have to live or die as one to the very soul of the great library. Maybe. I don't know. Might be good, but doesn't grab me. The Call. The last 25 years, every teenager in Ireland has been subjected to the call, which takes them away to the land of the Sidhe, where they're hunted for 24 hours. What? She knows that very few. Ooh, I got it. I got to read this one. This one looks really cool. Now, I was just doing this as an example for you guys, but I think I'm actually going to use this document because I'm kind of excited. So I go back to my document, and under here, I'm going to make a bullet point and paste it. And put this one on the other side of that. Okay, and you're going to keep looking through the topic squares. There's a bunch of them. Don't stop at one. So you back up, hit the backup button. You can go back to these, and you can go into all sorts of things. I think we have a lot of graphic novels. I could be wrong, but yeah, look at that. It just keeps going. Awesome. I did not know we had that many graphic novels in our library. All right, what is the next task? Next thing you're going to do, and you're looking for as many books as you can, just anything that interests you, and even a little bit, because we're trying to get a list of books to start with. And now we're going to try a search. And so you're going to click on the search options and make sure they are set to, see search options here? Make sure they're set to keyword, and they should automatically be keyword, right? And then you're going to go in here and go, what am I interested in? Maybe motocross? I know a few people that are interested in motocross. So I'll click on that and hit search, see if there's any motocross books. Well, there's 2. That's nice. That's something. Could be more. Maybe I'll put in, then change it up. Maybe I'll put in dirt bike. Ooh, and we got one of the same, but then we have another one that's different. I kind of want to look and see if there's anything about the Navy, because my husband was in the Navy. That's kind of interesting. Ooh, Navy combat. Ooh, they have nonfiction and they have fiction. And you can see here the reading level, 6.7. I don't care about the reading level, quite honestly. Now, if you pick a reading level that's way under yours, it might be boring because just the way it's written might not be entertaining for you, but it might not, it might be good. Who knows? So I would say go for it if you're at all interested. Lone Survivor, Operation Red Wing, and the Lost Heroes. And remember, if you're just like, what is this? You can click on it and it gives you a whole bunch of information. Okay? So go ahead and dig in. You have time. I'm giving you a long time to work on this. Most of the class period, you get to work on this. All right, so that was that one. And then you're going to want to add some books under there, under the search. Then you're going to change the search option to something else. So say there's an author that you've liked before. Let's see, change the search options. And I'm going to go from keyword to author. Okay, set options. And so this will look under author. And I really like the Beloved books, but I can't remember who wrote them. Not Beloved, I like Twilight. I know, don't hate me. So I'm going to try, I can't remember what the Twilight, I can't remember what the author's name is. So let's see. Of course. Oh, there we go. Stephenie Meyer. So I'm going to put Meyer in here. Stephenie Meyer. Stephenie Meyer. And see if they have any other books by her. I see Breaking Dawn. Ooh, The Host. That's not the Twilight books. I see mostly the Twilight books, but I also see this one. And so you might find, if you like a book by an author, chances are you'll look like another book by an author. And so this is where you're really digging in, trying to figure stuff out. I think I am going to go out. So I'll take that, I'd copy it, and I would paste it right here under search options. See if you can get, the goal is to get a bunch of books under each of these numbers. Okay, next thing. Now we're going to go off of the library site, but we'll come back to it to see if they have the book. I want you to think about a book you've enjoyed reading in the past. And so I really liked the book, The Book Thief. And you just type into Google, if you like, and then the name of the book. The Book Thief. I can spell, here we go. And then it will pop up other books that are like that. Now, sometimes there'll be books that you'll really like, and sometimes there are books that are nothing like that book, but what they're trying to do here is to match up ones that you've read with ones that you haven't. So I'm looking at The Boy in the Striped Pajamas, The Tattooist of Auschwitz. That's kind of interesting. So I'm going to copy that, and I want to see what that book is about. So I paste that and hit go. And Amazon is one good place to look, but I've found that Goodreads is one of the best places to try and figure out what books are about. And so if you click on Goodreads, it'll tell you about it. Concentration camps, several languages. He's put to work as a tattooist. Oof, it sounds hard. I don't know if I'm ready for something that dark right now. You might be, might not. Okay. And so that is one more place you can look and go ahead and put down the book names and authors. Even if we don't have them in our library, I have a little bit of funds where I can buy some books. Okay, so the last thing you're going to do is, oh, it's not in here. I think I put it under here. The last thing you're going to do is scroll on down and talk to a few family members, friends, or other people whose opinion you respect, and say, hey, can you recommend some good books? And they might be like, well, what kind of books do you like? And maybe you're like, I hate books entirely. They might be able to still recommend one to you. You can ask me, okay? And we can have a conversation about it. In fact, we will be during your appointment that you have with me for the book conference. The last thing you're going to do on this is look over the books that you've typed, okay, after all of this digging in and trying to find good books, and copy and paste them all down here. So you have a big old list of books. All right, and that is your to read next list. It's just the beginning of it though, because as you hear about good books, as somebody like in class is like, hey, I know about this book that blah, 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 you can be like, oh, I think I need to check that one out. All right, and so that is what we are working on today. If you have any questions, make sure you can email me, but I am going to be pretty busy with conferences, so do the best you can until you hear back from me.